Notice how, as you listen, you may find yourself becoming more and more aware of how your thoughts can flow smoothly, easily, just like the way your breathing flows naturally, effortlessly. And as your attention focuses here, perhaps you're realizing how comfortable it feels to be here, to be in this moment, observing and noticing everything around you, in just the way that feels right for you. You might begin to notice how these words, they seem to bring a new awareness to your mind, helping you to see things from a different perspective. As if each phrase you hear creates a new possibility, a subtle shift in how you experience yourself, the world, and your thoughts. And while you're listening, it's possible for you to begin to notice the feelings in your body, the deep sense of relaxation moving gently, like a wave that flows through your body as your thoughts become quieter and more settled, just like the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean. And as you realize how easy it is to let go of any distractions, you're starting to notice it's okay to feel more open to the experiences you're having. And as they flow through you, perhaps you even feel more curious now, noticing how the simple act of listening to my voice has already begun to create positive change. You might even become aware that every time you hear something new, it becomes easier to accept the new ideas, like the gentle unfolding of a leaf as it opens to the sun. And with each passing moment, the idea of change becomes even more comfortable, like a familiar routine that you already know, but now it feels even more natural, more effortless. So as you notice how these new ideas bring you closer to the outcome you're beginning to create, you're realizing it's all just a matter of perspective. With each thought, each suggestion, you might notice how easy it is for things to unfold in a way that feels right for you. As you become aware of how your mind processes the information, you'll realize, even when things seem simple, it's often the simplest things that bring the most profound change. It might even be surprising the way small adjustments in your thinking can create massive shifts in your experience. Now perhaps you're beginning to recognize how, with every small moment of focus, you're naturally stepping into a space where new beliefs are forming, where you're becoming aware of your own potential to change and to grow in ways you hadn't even imagined before. And as you continue to listen, you might even find yourself wondering how all these ideas could apply to your life, how they can help you to overcome challenges, to embrace opportunities, and to move forward with confidence, all while knowing it doesn't have to be hard. It might even surprise you, but it's often in the moments of calm, the moments of stillness, the real transformation takes place. The shifts that can happen so easily, so naturally, almost as though you were always meant to arrive at this point, where change becomes not only possible but inevitable, flowing like water from one place to the next. As you reflect on what's been said, it becomes clear, the more you embrace these ideas, the more they seem to integrate within you, like a new rhythm, a new way of thinking, and it'll continue to serve you, even when you're not even consciously aware of it. And as you continue to listen, you might notice how your mind is naturally beginning to relax, feeling more open, more accepting, as though each word you hear is helping you to create a space where change just happens. Change, which feels like it's happening with ease, as you move deeper into an understanding that feels right for you, in the way that works for you. Notice how, with each phrase, your mind gently accepts the new possibility, like a door quietly opening in front of you, allowing a fresh breeze to enter, without resistance, just natural. And it's interesting how, as you allow these thoughts to come in, they seem to just settle comfortably in your mind, like thoughts that have always belonged there, just waiting for the perfect moment to appear. Just like that, without any struggle or tension, everything begins to align, and the new beliefs, the new ways of thinking, they seem to settle into place effortlessly. You might even begin to realize it's easy to notice the difference between what feels old, what feels familiar, and what feels new, fresh, and full of potential. And in this awareness, it's as though your mind has already begun shifting towards the new, the possible, and the beneficial. Without even needing to try too hard, you're already starting to see the effects of this gentle transformation. And now, as you begin to recognize that change doesn't have to be forceful, that it doesn't need to be complicated, you might even find yourself feeling lighter, more at ease with the idea of adopting new thoughts, new patterns, and new beliefs. Each time you allow a new idea to pass through, it becomes clearer how much easier it is to welcome the transformation into your life. as if you're always meant to make those small adjustments. You might even begin to notice deep down how change is already happening in subtle ways, as though your mind is absorbing these new beliefs effortlessly, like a sponge just soaking up water. Every time you hear something new, it's as though the door to your unconscious mind opens wider, allowing new thoughts, new ideas to enter smoothly, without effort, without struggle. And as you continue to experience this moment, you might even become aware of how these changes, they feel different in your body, how each thought brings a sense of peace, and how easy it is to imagine yourself embracing new ways of thinking with a natural confidence. And isn't it fascinating how, when you allow yourself to simply notice how things are, new pathways open up, without you needing to force them? It's as if, in just letting go, you're drawing closer to what you truly want, effortlessly. With every passing moment, the right solutions, they seem to appear at the perfect time, gently, without you needing to chase them. They just arrive naturally. Perhaps you can begin to see how powerful this process is, how when you focus on your own growth, on expanding your mind, on inviting new possibilities, it's as if you're planting seeds in a garden that, with just a little care, will grow and bloom beautifully. Each thought, each new belief, it's like a seed that takes root and begins to sprout. And the more you pay attention to the growth, the faster it happens. It's almost as if you've always had this ability inside you to adapt, to evolve, to shift. And every time you allow yourself to trust the process, to trust yourself, it becomes even easier. Easier to believe in the possibility of change. Easier to allow yourself to become more of who you truly are. And notice how, as you embrace this truth, you might even begin to wonder, what else you could change? What other small adjustments could lead to even greater success, to greater fulfillment? You could even begin to see how simple changes, they could lead to profound results, just by noticing how the smallest of thoughts, they can trigger the greatest shifts. And you might even find yourself already curious about how this new way of thinking can be applied in the areas of your life that matter the most. The more you realize everything is possible, the more you're able to see that transformation can happen quickly, easily, and with lasting impact. As you become even more aware of this power inside of you, it's almost as if you can feel it gently unlocking inside your mind, like a door that's been closed and now, with ease, opens wide. You might even notice how the flow of new ideas continues to stream in, almost effortlessly, as if the floodgates of possibility have opened, and you're allowing it all to just pour in. And with each new thought that enters your mind, you might begin to sense how your understanding deepens, connection to your purpose strengthens, how you begin to trust this process more and more, as the effects of this transformation ripple outward into every area of your life. You might even realize, without effort, how these changes, they seem to occur naturally, smoothly, continuously. It's as though every part of you is learning to embrace the rhythm of change, without resistance, without hesitation, just flowing with it. And as you allow yourself to move with this flow, you might begin to notice how much easier it is to trust in the unfolding process of your life, how each small step you take leads to an even bigger leap forward. And the more you allow yourself to experience this, the more it feels natural, the more you begin to trust in this transformation. It's exactly what you need, in exactly the way you need it. It's as if, by simply being here, being present, you've already begun to absorb everything you need to create the change you desire.